Welcome back YouTube for another performance psychology video. Today's going to be on the topic of strength moves in markets, being able to understand them and understand how you use them, and how you would trade those specific things. Today we're going to be taking a look at the move up that we caught not too long ago on S&P 500, past that actual gap move down. So let me go ahead and show you guys this 10 tick real quick. Pull this up for a second. So you guys can see we did have a gap down. If I adjust this little horizontal line there, we did gap down. We did move from this area. When we opened, we gapped all the way down into this level right here. And you can see if we really wanted to hold and go back up to fill the gap, we would have held above this level. But we didn't. What happened was we started to pull lower, and from there we had opportunities to short a couple times. Now we're looking at trading with momentum. That's the best way to do things when you're trading, is to understand the actual direction, to understand if it's a trend, uptrend, downtrend, or if it's range bound, meaning moving sideways. In this case, we had a trend, which being we had a downtrend for a little bit. Downtrend is defined by lower highs and lower lows that were put in. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, last lower low that was put in. But you see the strength start to change right here, and the directional moves start to change to the opposite end. And again, if we're looking at trading with momentum, we have to understand that by the time we get back up above this area, if we cannot print any new lows, then we're actually going to be switching to try to attempt to refill the gap and press up into our resistances above, which one of our targets was 2806, which we were already hit, and the other target would be right around 2814.25. Now the reason that this is very important is because when you look at like a 5 tick, because we were just on a 10 tick, you could see there was plenty of opportunities to be trading this. A lot of times you want to be patient and trade the things that stand out to you, right? But let's just go over a strength move in markets, what that kind of looks like, so you guys can understand what we were actually trading. So we had that push down, we had that gap down. You can see resistance here, couldn't press above this peak right here, and hold that as support. So we pulled all the way back down below the support level and held that as resistance about 2 or 3 times, and then we collapsed lower, tried pull back up, failed it again, collapsed. We were below the VWAP, and then we started to move our way back up, right? So we should be trying to touch between the 12 and 14s on the way up here. But as you can see, we rounded out, found the support. Now we're talking about strength moves. There is a couple things that we have noted here for strength moves. Strength moves mean that we have a move, a bullish move, so we can clearly see by the time we get here, we can't print new lows. Right here and right here, we find that support and we push back up, right? And then we pull all the way back to a prior level of resistance and we find that support as well. Strength moves are the ones that can clearly show that there's still bullish strength coming in, right? So let's take, for instance, the move somewhere right around here where we pull all the way down, we pull back up, can't make a new low, pull back up, can't make a new low. What we can do is measure the move. How do you measure that move? From the point in which we pulled up to that peak right there will define the next measuring move from this area, if not higher, right? So what we can do is we can measure the move right about here, right? We push up, we pull all the way up above that, and then we show another strength move. What that means is we push up, we came back down, we failed to go past that level, we pulled up again, failed it again, and we have that strength move to go back up, right? So we're pressing with the momentum, pulling to the upside, understanding the market structure meaning that we went from being in a bearish move to now we're in a bullish momentum. We're moving in that upward trend and we're trying to pull back up into the 12 to 14s. Now long term, yes, you're still in a bearish trend, but short term, which you are trading on short term if you're day trading, which most people who are trading futures are day trading, because futures is usually meant for those who day trade. You can swing trade on it, but I'd say most people who are trading futures are going to be day traders. But yes, that would be your momentum strength move there, where you can see very little selling strength coming in and buying, holding the moving average once, holding it twice, and then pulling to the upside. Now, there's more that goes into that. There is specific criteria that you want to look for, but just to keep it short, sweet, and simple for you guys, that is the strength move that we look for in markets. Capitalize on 7 points on one, 10 points on the other, so close to about 20, about 17.75 points altogether, with some moves down that we caught some points on. So just to see when you can understand and be patient enough to wait out for markets to do certain things, so you can develop a trade idea, or you develop a trade idea beforehand and you allow the markets to trigger certain areas or levels that you're waiting for to see how the market reacts, right? We were waiting out on this 86.50 area, or maybe about 87, to see how the market reacted. We bounced once, we bounced twice, pushed up, pulled back, could not go any lower from that point, and we saw our strength move at this point here to go to the upside, and saw another strength move right here at that point there to go up again, another close to 10 points there. So very good opportunities in markets, just got to know exactly what you're looking for. But again, it has a lot to do with market psychology too, right? There's a lot of people who just try to trade right off these opens, off the gap, and get themselves slaughtered out there. And that's not what we want to do. We want to understand market psychology. We want to understand certain things along the lines of this, right? Where people come into the markets, and they there's going to be your professional traders, and then there's going to be your rookies, people who don't really know what they're doing, people who just try to get on board on trades thinking that it's going to go in one direction. And this is what markets try to do. This is what people with money try to do. They try to head fake them in direction. So you get that market structure push to the upside, pull down, push back up, couldn't make a new high. People think at this point right here, oh, we're going down. We collapse lower, and all of a sudden we try it again, fail it, right? Try it again one more time, fail it. Now, we as professionals know exactly where their stops are going to be, right? If I was short, my stops would be right here, right? And if I'm going to be on the opposite end, that means I'm going to be trading right here to go long. I'm going to take out your stops, and I'm going to continue this bullish move to the upside. Same thing here. You think because we pulled down, rookies think because you pulled down that you're going to get a new short. Now what happens? We pull right back up. We find strength right here, stops right here. I'm going to take your stops. I'm going to enter right here, and I'm going to go long. All right, that's a strength move there. That is what your professionals are looking for, looking out for, is they want to see if markets dip down, are they going to come right back up? And if they find strength in these areas, they know exactly where the seller stops are going to be. They're going to take those stops out, and they're going to run it up higher. Alrighty, hope you guys liked that video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to contact us here at TRADEPRO Academy. You can contact me at David at TRADEPRO Academy, or you can leave some comments here in the YouTube, on the YouTube channel. If you guys did like this video, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You guys take care. You guys have a great night.